What is the meaning of accuracy? It is the characteristics of a computer. So it means that computers always generate an accurate results. Data and information are two different terms. Data is before processing and information is after processing. Store the data, programs and retrieve as and when it is required. So second function is for storing. So as we have seen that computer memory is used to store data, information and as well as instructions. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in computers, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Students, let us start our syllabus with the Unit 1 and Chapter 1. And in this session, in the chapter, we are going to discuss about the introduction to computers. In this session, we are going to talk about the characteristics of computers and functional components of a computer system with a block diagram. Now let us start with the definition of a computer. So what is a computer? Now computer is an automatic electronic machine. See, computer is a machine. It is electronic machine and that can store, recall and process data. Now all of you are familiar with the computers and most of you use different types of computers. Now you know what is a computer. So computer is nothing but is electronic machine. And what is the why we are using computer and what with the help of computer we can store the data, recall the data and we have to process the data. And in other words we can say it is an electronic machine and it performs task. Task is nothing but a function or a program. It performs tasks or complex calculations according to the set of instructions or programs given to it. So here, as all of you know that computer is a machine and it depends on human beings for instructions or a program. So actually what is a program? Program is nothing but set of instructions. So here everyone has to instruct computers for any things to be done through computer system. So this is the basic definition of computer system. It is an electronic device or a machine. It performs calculations or different types of complex calculations based on instructions given or the program. So this is the basic definition of a computer. Now let us see what are the characteristics of a computer system. So here, or we can say, we are using nowadays computers because of its following characteristics. So here, first one is speed. What is the speed? It is the ability to get answers fast enough so that one has time to take action. It processes the data or process millions of instructions per second. So what is the meaning of the word the speed here? So here computer works very fast. In simple we can say it works very fast as compared to human beings. Here these characteristics we are comparing with the human beings. So it works very fast. The meaning of that is it processes millions of instructions per second. As you know that it depends on human beings for a program or instructions. So for any program is nothing but it is a set of instructions. So any task it requires instructions to be given to the computer. So accordingly the computer it going to process millions of instructions per second so that the things can be done very fast. That is the meaning of the characteristic speed. Next one is memory. What is a memory? And here in computers, the memory is used to store the data, instructions and information. Now, actually, what is a computer? Generally, we say it is a data processing unit. So, here we are using computer or in computer memory, it used to store data. So, the data and instructions as well as information. And here, data and information are two different terms. So data is before processing and information is after processing. So in computer memory, or we are using computer memory to store data, instructions and information. Now here in computer memory there are two types. See, these are the two types of computer memory. One is primary memory and second one is secondary memory. So the computer memory is measured in bits and bytes. So this is the unit of computer memory. So we used to measure the computer memory with bits and bytes. Next characteristic is accuracy. What is accuracy? The computer generated results are exact and without any mistakes with high rate of consistency. So what is the meaning of accuracy? It is the characteristics of a computer. So it means that computers always generate an accurate results. So the meaning is that it means that it generates results without any mistakes and high rate of consistency. So computer never goes wrong because it is a machine and it has to be instructed to do different kinds of tasks. So if at all any problem in the result or if we get any wrong answers for any type of calculation, so it is nothing to do with the computer or it is not a mistake of computer because it is a machine and it is a mistakes or there are might be mistakes in computer program or instructions. So computer always gets us accurate results without any mistakes. That is one of the characteristics of a computer. Now let us see next one. Next one is versatility. Next one is versatility. So what is the meaning of the word versatility? The meaning is that so we are using computers not only for one type of work, so we are using computer for different types of works or different applications, might be in the field of business, in the field of science, in the field of technology. So that is the meaning of the word versatility. So here we are using computers for performing different types of work or tasks. That is versatility. Next one is automation. Now what is automation? It is an automatic machine and it does the work, it completes all the instructions and while during that process till it completes a lot of instruction, computer never halt. So it does the work automatically. So it is an electronic automatic machine. So next one is diligency. Diligency. The meaning is being a machine, computer does not suffer from human traits and tiredness and lack of concentration. Now, because it is a machine, it does the work as per the instruction given by the user or in the program. At any point of time, it never says, I am so tired, I cannot do this. All these things we cannot expect from the machine because it is a machine. So at any point of time, it is free from human tiredness. Now we can compare with the human beings. We are human beings and see we cannot do any work for a long time. Suppose if we do any similar type of work for continuously for a long time, we feel tiredness and there are chances of losing concentration and that is those things are missing in computer because it is an electronic machine. Next one is cost effectiveness. The meaning here is with compared to human beings and it is cost effectiveness in the sense and the computer reduce the amount of paperwork in terms of paperwork and human effort they were reducing the cost. I mean normally we say that a one computer can do a job of 10 people. So here and that is the one point. Second point is that and the rest we can reduce the amount of paperwork in office. Nowadays we might have heard the paperless office. So nowadays in government even everybody is working on paperless office. So everything, all data, everything is stored in computer memory. So these are all the different characteristics of computers. Now let us move on to next slide. Now let us see the definition of what is data and information. Actually, if you look at data, data is nothing but it is unprocessed item or a data which include text, numbers, images, audio, and video. So actually, what is a data? Actually, we can say that computer is a data processing unit. So first, here the user has to provide the data to the computer. It processes the data and gives us the result, that is information. That is why we say that computer is a data processing unit or a data processing machine. So what is a data? Data is nothing but it is a collection of raw facts, or we can say it is a raw fact. So data can be, or it may be in different forms, maybe in the form of text, numbers, images, audio, and video. And very good example is you might have experience with Aadhaar card information. Now, before your Aadhaar card, you get the final printout of Aadhaar card, the concerned person in the department, they will collect different types of data from the customer or from the citizens. So that is a very good example for different types of data. So data is a collection of unprocessed item. So that is what it is called as, it is a raw facts. The computer process the data and is called the information. So as I told you, it is a data processing unit, and with the help of data provided to the computer process the data, and finally it gives us the result. The result is called information, and which convey meaning and is useful to the people to take future decision on the information. So this is based on the information, and it will be helpful for any organization, any company to take different types of decision according to their convenience. So this is nothing but your data and information. Data and information are two different terms. Data is before processing and information is after processing. This is data and information. Now let us move on to next slide, and here let us see the definition of what is hardware and software. What is hardware? Hardware refers to the parts of computer that you can see and touch, and that's the meaning that it is the physical components of a computer systems are referred as hardware. For example, monitor, keyboard, mouse, and printer. These are example for hardware. These are physical parts, so we can touch and feel. So that is hardware. So next one is, what is software? So the software refers to the instructions are nothing but programs. So that tell the computer or the hardware what to do. The two categories of software are system software and application software. So what is a software? It is a set of instructions, or we can say it is a set of programs. So in turn, what is a program? It is a set of sequential instructions given to the computer for a particular task. So here that is software, and here there are two types of software. One is system software and application software. Now let us see what is a system software. A system software, it consists of the programs that control or maintain the operations of the computer and its devices. So what is the meaning of this? So here system software is a software which is used to control the and maintain the hardware part of computer system, or in other words, we can say for the proper functioning of computer hardware, the system software, or in other words, we can say that the system software are used to for the proper functioning of the computer system with respect to hardware. So and here the system software, it serves as the interface between the user and the application software, and also for the hardware. So what is a system software? It also an interface between the user and the program, application program, as well as computer hardware. So here there are three types of system softwares. They are operating systems, language translator, and utility software. Now let us move on to the next slide. Next one is application software. So what is application software? This consists of a programs designed to make users more productive and assist them with a personal task. Or in other words, we can say that application software are the software which has been developed for a particular application or a particular task. For example, MS Office. We can see MS Office is an application software. So if we talk about MS Office, we have MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So MS Word it is an application. We are using it only for drafting letters and writing so many letters, essays, and so on. So the MS Word is only for drafting letters. Similarly, if we talk about MS Excel, it is for calculation, and PowerPoint is for presentation. So all the application software which does an independent task or which has been developed for only proper functioning of one particular application. Similarly, Tally, it is a software, your accounting package or a software is Tally, and billing software. Nowadays, if you go to any of a small, even for a small provision store or even medical shop, you will get a computer generated bill. That is also an example for application software. And also game software. Now all of you are very familiar with the gaming CDs or software. So this is also an example for application software. So application software is a software which has been developed for one particular application. Now let us move on to the next slide. Now let us see the functional components of a computer, or we can say working of each unit. Now generally if we talk about computer system, we say it is electronic machine, and also I said it is a data processing unit. Now if we talk about computer, it does this following different types of function or a task. First is it accepts the data and program as input. The first one is you have to input, it have to accept the input. That is the one function. Next, store the data, programs, and retrieve as and when it is required. So second function is for storing. So as we have seen that computer memory is used to store data, information, and as well as instruction. Similarly, this is another function. Next one is process the data. Nothing but process the data as per the instructions given. So this is another task, and communicate the information as output. So this is output. So here if you look at this definition here, so computer has these are the different functions to be carried out inside a computer. Now let us see this the block diagram of computer system. So this is a block diagram of computer system, and it explains the functioning unit of computer system or how computer works or functions. So basically if we talk about computer system, there are three parts of computer system. They are input unit and output unit, and next one is CPU. It is called CPU, that is central processing unit. Now this is first part is input unit. So input unit is the device or it is a hardware we use to enter data into the computer for processing. So input unit is used to feed data into the computer for processing. And this is example for input unit. It can be a keyboard, mouse, joystick, or different examples for input devices. Next one is output device. Second one is output unit or output devices. It is used to display the information. So input unit, it accepts the data, or we use input unit to feed the data into the computer for processing, and output unit is used to display the result or information after processing. So here output unit, it can be a monitor or even printer or example for output unit. So next one is we have CPU, this central processing unit, and CPU has three parts. One is primary unit, this is a memory unit, and control unit, and arithmetic and logic unit. So the storage unit are nothing but computer memory. And as we have seen that computer memory is used to store the data, instructions, and information. And what is control unit? See, this is a control unit. It used to control the different activities of different unit, or we can say that it's going to coordinate. Control unit is used to coordinate with different parts of computer system. Next one is ALU, it is a arithmetic and logic unit. So this is a place where arithmetic and logical calculation takes place inside the CPU. So generally we can say these are all different hardware parts of computer, and again one is input unit and output unit, and CPU again divided into three units or three parts. They are memory unit, and in memory there are two types of memory. One is primary memory, second one is secondary memory. And here, and next one is control unit, and next one is ALU, arithmetic and logic unit. So now actually how computer functions. See, through this we can explain. Now you can also observe the arrow mark. One is this is a data flow as well as control flow. I mean there is a connectivity or flow from input unit to CPU, from CPU to output unit. In between there is a arrow mark, you can notice this. So this is the communication between different parts of CPU. Now actually, where first the data is fed into the computer through input unit. So through input unit, we are supposed to enter the program or instructions as well as data with respect to a particular application. So once the data has been input through the input unit, actually this data first it will be stored in the computer memory unit. It will be stored in the computer memory. So in the computer memory, data as well as instructions will be stored here. Again, with the signal from the control unit or with the instructions of the control unit, the data from memory unit is transferred to ALU for calculation. So here data, whatever the data we have input to input unit is from the memory, it moves to the ALU for calculation. So once the calculation part is completed, again this data along with instructions, if at all, it moves back to the memory for storage. So this is only a place only for calculation. It doesn't have any option to store any data and instructions. So after this, again the data, instruction and information will be stored in the memory after processing. Next, with the instructions from the control unit, this memory unit sends the information to the output unit for the user for display. So here all these activities are controlled by a control unit through signals. So this is how the computer functions or computer works. So we can explain this with a neat computer block diagram. In the next session, we are going to talk about the evolution of computers. Thank you so much.